Yeah, this is the part of the program where I'm supposed to hit the music, and I'm hitting the music, and the music ain't playing. Well, boy, howdy shit. What a way to start the damn show right off the bat. Got problems. Welcome to Thursday, baby. It's Thursday. It's time for another Blue Dot family meeting, and I'm so glad y'all are here. I assume you can hear me because I'm having difficulty with my audio, and all of a sudden I'm not too sure because it doesn't sound familiar in my ear. So let's start off the show real quick and bring Mr. Chick up here. And Mr. Chick,
John, you're muted in Discord.
I am muted in Discord. Are you shitting me? Ah!
Can you hear me?
The question is, yeah, Travis.
There you are.
Now wait. I have a test to do. No, the music still isn't playing.
Oh.
So I assume that we are getting out there that the sound is working. I've got a technical issue, and by the way, it's not sounding right in my ear.
I think they can hear you because Trudy Baxter just said you can just sing us a song.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Well, then we'll just assume everything is right. Anyway, Bunny Griffin was the first one to jump in, followed by Penny Hartleman. Adam Hewitt, hey, buddy. Doing all right, I hope. Irene Lambert, thank you, baby. Dorothy Tyndall and Trudy Baxter. Jeanette Miller. Ken Moon is with us. And Debbie Capran. Elizabeth Cintolo, from Rhode Island. Outstanding. Roger Hamilwright. Sam is here. David Ritchie. Bruce Preston. Everything here. Pauline Hall is here. Reva's here. Boy, howdy, everything here. Jamie B. Let me get on down here now. Anyway. Well, hi, Miss Chick.
Hi, John. How's your day?
My day, it was actually pretty good. Took a little time off today, and me and my son Tyler drove over to Rockport to go visit with Randy Peterson for a while.
Excellent.
Yeah, had a few refreshments and
probably food too.
Talked about our sailor days and all that kind of stuff. Had a nice visit though. It was a great visit, and then
that's
came
good.
home. Came home, turned on TV. Yep, same old bullshit. Same bullshit when I left.
Yeah, pretty much on repeat.
Oh, man, yeah. I see where a judge has put a stay on the buyout offer to federal employees, over 2 million federal employees, by the way. He's halted it, but only until Monday. But that's going to give time for lawsuits.
Everything is going to be like trying to slow it down, hit the skids, whatever.
Yeah.
Before we get too far into anything.
What?
Some of our YouTubers and our commenters have been asking, well, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I have some stuff to do.
Do you have stuff to do?
I have stuff to do.
What is it that we could do?
Well, number one, we can protect vulnerable members of our communities who are undocumented or whose parents are undocumented. So that's a thing we can do, and we can do that. Let me see if, oh, shoot. My computer is like screwing with me tonight. They changed YouTube. I'm going to try and put up a link for the...
The question is, how can we be more proactive?
Well, I've got a whole list. This is just number one on the list.
Right.
So, if you know of anybody who might be in danger of an ICE raid or is worried or whatever, there is a place for you and or you can tell them or help them. That would be good too, to go to. And it is, let me see if I can get that up there, paste it, and hit the button. Okay, so that is, it's a legal resource center, immigrant legal resource center. And it's a place where you can find those red cards and toolkits. It's a, like paperwork type, what you got to have, what you should do, that kind of stuff.
Right.
So we can share that widely. Number two, remember, we can protect our LGBTQ plus members. We need to, if we see it, call it out and, stand up and be in the middle of it. We don't want people coming after them at all. We can physically do something there. We can just be in the way of people. We can also help protect officials whom Trump and his administration are targeting with vengeance. And that, when I say officials, like, you know, not the big guys, not necessarily the senators and the representatives, but like the Justice Department prosecutors, the FBI agents, locally even
FBI,
your
CIA,
county clerk.
We don't need none of that shit no more.
Well, in your own county, your clerks and, you know, people like that who might be targeted. And let's see, I don't know if I have that link though. We can contact our Democratic senators and urge them to block all Trump nominations and or in general, block everything. And that of course is at 202-224-3121. That's the Capitol switchboard. And that will get you you can tell them who you need and who you want to call, and they can get you through to that. I did see something today that said normally there's like 40 calls a minute on that switchboard, but the other day there was 700, or no, it was more than 700. It was like 1,700 a minute. It was jammed up.
It very high uptick in calls. My sound just went out a little bit, Miss Chick, so for momentarily I'm going to lose my sound.
Okay. Wait till you come back.
Are you still with me?
Yep, I'm still with you.
Okay, that sounds better. I had this little static coming in the line. I had to restart the program there.
Right.
But
and whilst you're there calling your senators, urge them to demand quorum calls and object to unanimous consent to deny Senate Republicans the ability to enact Trump initiatives. And blocking unanimous consent forces roll call votes, debates, and delays on even the most basic motions, and will consume hours or days of floor time. It just stalls them. Give them all the stall shit that they pulled on us. Just do it.
That's it. Delay everything.
And a quorum means they have to take attendance, and they have to make sure that there's 51 people there.
They all have to be on the floor.
Yep. Well, no, a quorum has to be one more than half, I think. I don't, maybe, but yeah. Anyways, they can call for that it gets counted out and stuff. And we can urge Democratic House members to vote against all Republican initiatives, just across the board. And also, their slim margin, like we talked about, Elise Stefanik, if she's confirmed as U.S. ambassador to the United Nations, then her seat will be up, which will drop them to 217 and us to 215, which is, you know, just a teeny tiny little something something.
Oh, there's only a few vote margin.
And that's she's from New York, right? So if you're in New York,
I believe so.
Call your governor. Call your governor and urge her to sort of drag her feet on that. And
obviously, I have a problem with my sound. Did y'all hear that racket?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. Oh, okay. Okay. So we're talking about contacting your congressman, your senator. There it goes again.
Yeah.
Say that. Oh, there it goes again. I've got a serious problem with my sound.
Yeah, you keep getting blurred. And I know when you hit the button, they can't hear me either.
That is not good. This is not good.
Huh. It's gonna be one of those nights. You hit that button again?
Now that's not going to be good if that happens every few minutes.
Right. And I'm only on number 8.
Ah, shit.
Ah.
Anyway.
So the next one is to contact your own state attorney general and urge them to file complaints, injunctions, and restraining orders against Elon Musk and his tech goons for committing identity theft, violating the Privacy Act, and riding roughshod over Congress's spending power in Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution. And I don't know if I have that particular EKs. I'm not sure if I have that one to share. Shoot, I might not have grabbed that one.
I'm trying to work on doing more here on the show, and as part of that, we just told you what you're looking at right now is Ballotpedia, and it's a great tool to find out. All you have to do is click on your state. It tells you the current congressional leadership: Mike Johnson and John Thune for the Senate majority. It tells you the breakdown of the Democratic. We have 45 Democrats, 53 Republicans, 2 independents. It's really, you can click on any state that you want, and it'll give you the breakdown of your state, who the members are, who your congressmen are, who your senators are, and also I also use the USA.gov elected official page, and here I have my post office box highlighted here, so everything you see down here, from federal officials to state officials, even down to your local officials, you can go to this, and you can, as we spoke the other day, you can go on there and find your congressman, find your senator's address, your phone numbers, right down to your local city council, is all could be found on there. So there are plenty of places that we can go to find out the information that we want, to be able to start taking action, which is, yeah,
I
that's
have
our
posted all of these links in the, I put it in 2 for Blue in Discord, and I just posted that one on YouTube for you.
Yep, there it goes again. This is going to be
There
a
it
problem
goes.
throughout the show. Yeah, all that shit. Are you there again?
Yeah, and I'm
Oh,
just gonna
man.
tell YouTube they're kind of whining about things. It's John's got some issues on his end, and that's why it's not coming out clear. He's quieter, and we don't know how to
Oh,
work that
man.
out.
Let me.
And
Dave,
the other
how
thing,
are you?
hey, I'm not.
Hey, let me just check. Okay, I'll let me check finish. Go for it, love.
Number 9, join with others in your community to take on other initiatives in your locale and state, and that's you can join a group, like go to the Indivisible groups. They were very helpful with the protests that happened the other day, the 50501 protests that were going on. I think Indivisible was, and Move On were involved in that. Organize or participate in boycotts of companies that are enabling the Trump regime, starting with Elon Musk's X and Tesla, and any companies that advertise on X or Fox News. And I do have a link that I'm going to try and put up for finding those. Also,
This is not going to work. Obviously, I have a problem with my sound system.
Reboot the whole system, John.
And
Reboot the whole system. Are we able to be heard on YouTube at the moment, Mr. Chick?
I don't know, because I can't listen to YouTube at this same time.
Can someone let us know?
Oh, when he turns it off,
yeah,
they can't hear us.
Of course. I just realised that. There's not even a chat.
Oops, edit. No, that's not it. What am I doing?
I personally think he's got a dicky wire along his connection line, and somehow.
Hard to say. It's been ongoing for a while.
I know it has, but hang on. Now, what happened then? That was his system
Oh, that's not
working. Or did you make that sound?
That was somebody donating some money on YouTube.
Yeah, so his system must be still running. Or is running. Are you there, John?
I'm sorry, I am. I was just putting a call to my technical advisor downstairs because my sound system keeps screwing up. Dave,
you
how
still
are
with-
you?
All right, mate. Mitch, you can finish your little thing.
Oh, here it is. Okay. I'm trying to get the right link. Was
Okay.
grabbing
Should
links.
I have my little
Where to
grab my
go
little
for where to go to boycott businesses. This is a place where you can find lists of the ones that are Republican related. So there's that.
Oh yeah, that's the only way. That's the only way to hurt these bastards is through the checkout or their checkbook.
Right.
That's the only way to hurt them.
And
They're
of course,
not gonna listen
always
to anything else.
we can always spread the truth, and by doing that, you're going to places where you know you can find the truth. And
Well, the
some of
truth's
those
gotta get out
places
there.
are like Democracy Now!, Business Insider, The New Yorker, The American Prospect, The Atlantic, Americans for Tax Fairness, Economic Policy Institute, Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, The Guardian, ProPublica, Labor Notes, The Lever, Popular Information, Heather Cox Richardson, and of course, this is from Richard Reich from Substack also. There's a lot on Substack. Urge friends, relatives, and acquaintances to avoid Trump propaganda outlets such as Fox News, Newsmax, X, and increasingly Facebook and Instagram. And be encouraging of labor unions. Even if that means going out there and marching with them. Just grab a sign, go out and march with them. Do whatever you can. Encourage that. And of course, take care of yourselves. And last but not least, don't lose faith. Do not lose faith.
Let me give you
We can do
some
this.
faith here. America, for the first
Son of a
time in a
bitch.
while, you're going to put American troops on a foreign country's land and declare it as yours. Era, and on the land title will be Donald Trump and Elon Musk, because you'll pay for their rebuild and they'll have their Riviera. Let me tell you, from this point, the Arabs are really pissed because that's Arab land. It's not Israel's land. Netanyahu's pissed. He's destroyed the Gaza for many years and ignored the rules, the laws, and the fairness and the empathy and all that sort of stuff, and the fact that they are a country. He does all the dirty work, and Trump comes along at the last minute and says, "Yeah, let's clean them out, and America will take it over." Right? That's angered
ethnic
the world.
cleansing. That's what that is.
It is.
I don't care what
But
the
it's
fuck
angered the
you
Arabs.
can call it anything else you want. I'm sorry, I've been distracted with my problem with the sound system there, so I missed part of this
But can I
conversation.
just say before you go on, John? Can I just say
Right, go ahead.
before you go on? A lot of this shit happening in America is happening because of a South African immigrant who's a fucking Nazi that America propped up for $4.4 billion when he was going down the tubes, and he turns around and says, "I'm going to screw the country."
You hear any argument from me,
That's
Dave?
the man.
You hear any
No, mate.
argument from me? No. It's called
But they're the
fascism.
facts.
Special government employee is another new word for oligarch. That's what that is. He's selling this country out to those who have wealth and power. That's it.
He has
Money, you
put
got money, you got power,
back
baby.
He has put back doors on everything he's done, so at any time he can just nip into the treasury through his back door, and only when he can access it is him through the code. He's locked into America's system, and I don't know how you're going to get him out. Even today,
He's already
a
got the
judge,
keys to the vault, man. He's got all the information now.
well, Judge
question is-
Cortelli today said no. Apparently, I don't know how far it goes. I haven't read the full story, but Judge Cortelli, a federal judge, has put a hold or a stop on Musk's actions. So let's see if he stops today. Let's see what he does today.
Oh, today,
Well,
what
tomorrow,
did he do
your
today?
turn.
He did some more shit today. Let me catch up real quick before I get this whole damn thing underwater. Adele Schwartzberg. I'm going to mess it up. Adele came in with a $5 donation. Thank you very much. And Beth came in with a $5 donation and said, thank you for all you do. I appreciate that, Beth. And Mark Leroy came in with a $5 donation. So I appreciate that very much. And I don't know if y'all have noticed, but there's something different going on tonight. Besides John screwing up with the sound system, and I think I solved that. I think I found the problem because it hasn't happened again. Besides that, John's having a freaking margarita tonight.
That could be trouble.
Margarita. Okay. Way to go, mate. Way to go. But yes, John, you're right. It is ethnic cleansing. The world sees it's ethnic cleansing, and the world is very pissed. In Australia, we are using those words, ethnic cleansing and illegal, and we're in fear of...
the language he used up there on the stage, with Netanyahu right next to him, smiling like a damn shit-eating dog.
Well, the words he used were very, very...
Yes.
We're going to take it over.
They're inflammatory.
It's going to be a new Riviera. It's going to be for the mega rich, but it's going to be like the mega rich holiday.
Yeah, it's not going to be built for the Riviera, Palestinians.
But you'll have American troops on the ground protecting them. They'll be very safe.
This thing has been going on all our lifetime, just about. The Middle East, the way it is,
I'm upset because I've got Palestinian relations. My history goes back to Palestine. So it's really annoying to think that my heritage is about to be wiped out. In 2025, the Palestinian name and heritage will be wiped out, like the Nazis tried to do the Jews.
Baron, yes, Netanyahu had the look of a man who got everything he wanted, which he did. He got more. Hell, and this is we joke that he pulled it out of his ass, but he didn't. He read that off of paper, and if you type it out on paper, you put some thought into that shit. It's not just willy-nilly crap he's just pulling out of his ass and throwing out there. No, there's a plan for this shit. And it goes deep into how do I put this without sounding like I'm chicken little?
He's saying to them, John, that they'll be happy where they moved to because they've lived in a terrible situation.
They'll be happy. Don't worry about them. Don't even think twice about them. They'll be fine. We'll give them a little house or something somewhere. They'll be fine. No, it's not that.
No, they won't.
No, they won't. And as long as we're going to stick our feet into this shit, the one thing that keeps popping up in the back of my head is how long before there's a retaliation for our actions in Gaza.
Yes.
And I'm not talking about an action over there. I'm talking about an action here.
9/11 again?
It maybe not on that scale, but any attack, any foreign attack within our country. Yeah, that kind of shit. It's a different world now. Wars are fought differently now. It's not all by airplanes, missiles, and boats. It's some guy with a fucking suitcase or fucking idiot with an automatic weapon or some shit.
Yep.
And how long before we see that kind of shit here because of our actions over there? And by the way, we're going to cut off all aid to everybody, so fuck you. It's...
And the fact...
Hello, Jess.
Hey, guys.
Hello, Jess. How you doing?
Hey, John. I'm doing pretty good. Well, not only that, John, but you're having suddenly 5,000 less FBI agents and messing with the Department of National Intelligence and CIA and everyone else who's. So I would say that it's probably sooner rather than later that something goes awry.
That's what's been on my mind since he started this bullshit. is the danger that he puts this country in by his bullshit, fascist move.
It's a coup. It's a coup.
It is. It's basically
since 2016.
I'm sorry to keep ringing the bell with Adolf Hitler, but if you go back and look at 1930s Germany, he's doing the same fucking thing. Destroying the government. You take away the government's power. You install loyalists, only loyal to the Fuhrer. And that's what he wants.
And I'd kind of like to, I put this in the Discord. I'd like to kind of spitball a theory. Well, first of all, some of this Gaza stuff goes back to Jared and his kind of $1 billion payout. But what do you think the reason for the reason they want to get rid of the Impoundment Control Act? Because I believe that Donnie had planned, because he had planned this. He's already said he had been thinking about this for months. So my theory is that he wants the Impoundment Control Act revoked so that it is not his investment to building Mayor Gazo. It is the American people's tax dollars. Because if Congress passes $1 trillion in infrastructure for the U.S. and Donnie says, sorry, actually, I'm going to stop that, and I'm going to funnel all that money, all that taxpayer dollars into my pet project.
Well, Musk can do that too.
Yeah.
Musk's got the power to stop payments.
That and don't expect your tax return to be on time.
I think everybody is concerned about a lot of shit right now because of the complete gutting of the way our government even functions.
Well, I posted a thing on the chat today. It was from Luke Beasley or Beakley or whatever his name is, and it was a thing that some guy has come out. I don't know how long he'll keep his job, but he works for the federal government, and he says he works in the right area. He's getting the info, but he just said that Trump's got new round of tax cuts for the corporations and billionaires, and the program entails. They pay no tax, and they can claim tax, meaning that they'll get millions of dollars from taxation when they paid no tax. So Trump's cutting them in for a part of the income of the country, and you're paying for it. So they're not going to pay any tax because they employ people. That's right. Because they employ people, they don't have to pay tax, and they will get a tax return. This is,
Lord.
as you say, fascism. It's the most extreme fascism I've ever seen in my life. The most extreme fascism.
We're watching a portion of our population capitulate every fucking belief they said they ever had, whether it be, you see where he signed a bill, anti-Christian thing today because, oh my God, Christianity is under attack. No other religion, just Christianity. Oh, I'm sorry, I got distracted. Yeah, I don't know, man. I get to thinking of how these people just fucking capitulated everything they believe, from their religious beliefs to their patriotism bullshit. God and country, are you shitting me? Fuck you.
It's all happening.
It's not what you're worshiping a man. You're watching him destroy this fucking country. Take all the CIA agents, really, Roger? All the fucking CIA agents, all the FBI agents in it. We're all fucking gonna get rid of all of them because because the glorious leader said, fuck you. It's ignorance, and you know it. Fucking American people know it. You got suckered. You got bamboozled, whatever the fuck you want to call it. We all look at you like pitiful fucking idiots.
And just to add a little bit to Missy Chick's thing regarding ICE raids, if an ICE agent comes to your door, or if you wanted to explain it to a neighbor or someone you think who is a you tell them under the Fourth Amendment, they need to present a warrant that is signed by a judge, not just an administrative warrant from their agency. There was a under Brian Taylor Cohen BTC had a video
Brian
about
Tyler
this.
Collins.
Yep, he had a video of an ICE agent who came, and this one guy, he was an American citizen. He was driving from with a immigrant, and the agent said that he had to turn him over, and the driver, who's an American citizen and who is his ride, asked for the warrant, and he just kept giving him this BS about this administrative warrant. And he says, that's not a warrant. Show me a warrant with a judge's signature. Otherwise,
that's what it requires.
Yep,
it's what the law requires.
Well, you know, the British MI6 or MI7, whatever they're up to now, they have come out and made a statement, and I did post this also in the chat, that their intelligence department will not share information with your Tulsi Gabbard or whoever Trump
you're going to see
puts up as.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of states
they do not
take
want,
action.
They don't want Tulsi Gabbard to have access to their files. Because it's not safe, because they know the information is not safe once she gets it. And also, Zuckerberg has just settled a court case with Trump. Back in J6 times, Zuckerberg closed Trump's account because of the J6 thing, and Trump sued him, and it was in court. And Zuckerberg has decided to give him $25 million today or yesterday to shut him up. This is all just fucking backdoor money, guys. He only has to say, I'm going to sue you, and he's, I want $50 million. Yeah, okay, here you go. Now, what are you going to do for me?
There are so many backdoor ways to give money to that man. It's ridiculous. Let me take a moment to catch up here.
Survey, quickly here, John, a survey was taken by Google. This was actually reported on Fox News.
There you go.
Musk, are you approval of Musk's actions? 39% of Americans no. 53% no. Sorry, 39% yes. 53% no. Yeah. So in other words, 53% of Americans say fuck off Musk.
The majority of Americans right now are in shell shock with what he's trying to do. You know, it's pretty obvious with the things he's come down with, trying to get rid of all the CIA agents, getting rid of all the FBI agents, going to GOJ, anybody that associated with January 6th or any prosecution of Trump, they're all gone. That's millions of fucking people. He's just going to toss out of a job. Is that something?
He's going to make his crimes go away, John. That's what he's doing.
He's going to try to rewrite history. Are you shitting me? They're going back to reinvestigate the 2020 election. You know, it's ridiculous. When he got elected, I'm distracted. When
you're angry. You're
when
really
Biden
angry.
won, you know, really it was Trump, but Biden took control and all that shit. You know, they're still going to go back and rehash that. So, you know, as much as Pam Bondi says they're not looking for going to the path, but yeah, they are diving deep, as a matter of fact. Let me thank Beth, who came in with a $2 donation and said, abso-fucking-lutely. There you go. And DC Trevitt came in with a $10 donation and said, spend local to strengthen blue state economy so we can fight Trumpism and help red state refugees relocate. That's a damn good thing to do anyway. Buy local. Spend your money at where you live. Lincoln came in with a $5 donation and said, Trump calls Liz Cheney a war hawk and threatens her before the election. And now look at what he's doing. Really? Talk about, you know, they got on to Biden about being in a war. Are you shitting me? We're going to attack Greenland. We're going to go attack Panama. We're gonna jump up in Gaza. Shit, he's all over the map. Blue Dot Greeter says, came in with $5. It's Jeff Curry's birthday today, John, so sing for him. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jeff Curry. Happy birthday to you. See, we do that here. If it's your birthday, we'll sing you a song. And Dylan Hosang came in with a $2 donation and said, Elon got stopped by the courts. Hands off our money. That's the only way we're going to stop this shit, is in the courts. You know.
Do you want to have a laugh, John?
That's how come this the buyout thing is stopped because a judge stepped up and just said, put a hold on it again till Monday. But that gives it time to get into the court. So is he going
to in the borders of your country? There was 147 tons of cocaine, fentanyl, marijuana, etc., that came over the Mexican border. There was
48 pounds, I think, came across the Canadian border.
Correct, John.
Yeah.
There was 1,800 tons that came in through the ports and the airlines, and only 44 kilos came in through Canada.
Yep.
44 kilos.
Yeah. So that bullshit that he's using to put the tariffs
question, Dave,
to stop the immigration in the fentanyl. Yes, bullshit.
Well, Ossie, I got a question. For Ossie. Was that seized?
That's what they seized.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what they seized. That's what they got.
So that means that they were doing their job. I mean, before. So yeah.
Before Trump came in.
Canada. Yeah. Exactly right, mate. You're exactly right. So Biden and all the other countries' prime ministers and presidents were doing the right thing. We're doing their very best, and they were trying to save embarrassment naturally, because Mexico has become a great country. I'm led to believe. I believe that you can live there very happily. It's as good as most countries. It's the only reason that people are fleeing is because they're under threat from cartels and their lives are in danger. So they've got to get out. But they're not under threat from the government, nor is Canada's people. I'm just shocked that Mexico had 15,000 troops already on the border, and Trump said, we want you to have 10,000 troops.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, we'll pull 5,000 out. Thank you.
That's what I was talking the other day, but he got rolled by both Canada and Mexico. But again, really the tariffs are just, when it came to the Canada and Mexico, I think it was all just big fluff. Look at me. I'm doing what I said I was going to do. I'm going to put tariffs on them. It makes news. It's the shiny object. However, China, that's a different story, because China turned around and said, okay, you want to play that game? We'll play that game. China's very good at that game, and they can afford it more than we can. And
exactly.
So
USA,
he's got his ass in a crack on that one. But yeah, he got rolled by Mexico and Canada.
USA, what they actually do with the money, which is 0.8% of your budget, nothing. Because what they're doing now is China's moving into the USAID areas where you're pulling out, people are dying.
Yes.
And they're getting the goodwill. They're getting the influence over those countries.
It's the same thing that they're butthurt about Panama, saying that China controls Panama, the Panama Canal. No, they don't. But what they did was they invested, China did, in two major ports within Panama. They are Chinese-owned ports. They service the ships, Chinese ships that are coming through the Panama Canal. It's a huge operation down there. They've invested a lot of money in Panama. Yeah, we didn't do that. So we don't have any control. Panama still has control, but we have not made the investments that China has. And in this, anything that happens with this tariff shit, if countries have tariffs put on them, they'll turn to China. It's not a win-win situation here. It's a lose-lose all over the place. But they can stand it a whole lot more than we can. And let me do some catching up again, because I missed one. Joyful Saturn came in with a $10 donation and said, makes me wonder if Trump is arranging a couple $1 trillion transfer from the Treasury to the war criminal Netanyahu to purchase the vacation property in Gaza. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of American dollars. If his plan were to go through, I just don't think it's not going to fly. It's not. I don't think. Well, I was going to say I don't think that even the Republicans would do it, but I don't put anything past them. Dylan Hossain came in with $2. Said Florida special elections April 1st, so vote. Yes, pay attention, close attention, if you have special elections in your area. That's important. And Peter came in with a $50 donation. Thank you, Peter, and said, "Can I interest any of you Blue Dots to enjoy an all-expense-paid trip to the beautiful land of Gaza? All you have to do is listen to an extraordinary opportunity. Don't miss this opportunity of a lifetime. All you have to do is come in, sit down, and we'll talk to you for a few hours. Then you can make your decision on whether or not you want to buy into the bullshit."
Yeah,
Thank you,
timeshares.
Peter.
Ooh.
Yeah, timeshares.
Time
Hey,
to-
it's beautiful. It's beautiful property over there. You know, yeah, it's sad that we have to.
I'm waiting for the announcement of Musk Airlines, and because they're taking the airlines, and the only safe airline will be Musk Airlines, of course, and Musk accounting systems, and Musk TV, Musk Media. I'm waiting for Musk.
I'm seeing a pattern here, Dave.
It's like
I'm seeing a pattern, buddy.
Back to the Future, where that kid got the book, and he becomes control of everything. You got that sports almanac.
Yep.
And remember that? And then he goes to the future, and this Biff, that's what his name was, Biff. Biff controlled everything. He controlled the government, he controlled the transport, he controlled the casinos.
Maria, that's the oldest scam.
Yeah. Although I'm not sure how good the aviation is going to be with the vote once all federal workers to be traumatized, or and so I'm not sure how well.
How friendly are the skies going to be when you attack the people that are in that industry?
Yeah.
Attack the air traffic controllers. Before we knew anything, Donnie already knew. Well, it's the air traffic controllers did this, did that, and it's.
That's a hard job, That ATC.
That's a very hard
job.
Yes.
A high stress and great responsibility. And he acts like,
Yes,
we just pull people out of the employment line and just stick them up in a tower somewhere, because that's how feeble his brain is.
Yep.
He thinks you have to pass a little test, and you go up the stairs and you start trafficking planes around the place. It takes years to be an ATC controller.
Yeah, and if you're working in the tower in D.C., you're one of the best, baby. You're the cream of the crop.
Yep.
But for him to immediately come out and lay that on somebody, because there was a person in that tower, and he lays that tragedy on him immediately. You can't take that shit back. He has no morality to him at all. When they asked him if he was going to go to the site, "What do you want me to do? Swim?" You fucking smart ass. And that's what we get in him. That's what we have in him.
There's normally two, John. There's normally two controllers on that airport at any one time minimum. That night there was one on because of the cuts that Trump made.
And he was working two towers.
He was working two towers. Yeah.
Well, he was covering rotary.
Yep.
He was covering rotary wing and fixed wing. Now there's supposed to be two controllers, one for rotary wing and one for fixed wing. The rotary wing wasn't there, and this poor fixed wing guy had to cover both bases. And it was a military aircraft. It should have been controlled by the military.
Yep.
But,
But I want to know why the Senate Democrats are so spineless. I mean, I was just reading that for 10 months, Tuberville in 2023 was blocking every promotion. And so, and they were in the minority. So I just don't understand why the Senate Democrats are just so spineless and have someone. They should just have someone. Well, they should have.
A shadow government. They were running a shadow government in the background, and they were undermining Biden with a shadow government. They were running a government behind Biden's back. They were controlling a lot of the Senate, a lot of the Congress. What they had done was dirty. What Trump done, he just didn't say, "Okay, I'm not president anymore," and go away. He kept being president from Mar-a-Lago.
Within the Republican Party, maybe.
Yeah, certainly within the Republican Party.
Yeah. Well, the Republican Party tried to put a wrench in everything Joe Biden tried to do. What was the big deal we had on the budget? An agreement between the Republicans and Democrats through the Senate. And Donnie came along, threw a wrench in it, and it just fucked everything up.
And he was still dealing with foreign leaders. He was still having them down at Mar-a-Lago, foreign leaders.
I don't trust the Republican Party for squat. They've turned their back on their responsibilities. They've turned their back on everything. They've given him complete fucking reign, and to what benefit? They think they're going to be oligarchs too. They're going to have some portion of the pie. I don't know.
What's it based on? What's it based on, John? The foundation of this whole party is based on lies.
The foundation of the Republican Party is now the maggot party. It's the cockroaches that came crawling out from under the rocks when Obama was elected. That's who the Republican Party became. The bigoted, misogynistic, racist assholes. If you ain't a white male, then you shouldn't be in power anywhere. So that's what that is.
I mean, the biggest blowout for me was when I can't remember the man that said it. The Republican that said about if you're on a plane and a black pilot gets on, he's getting off. I can't remember who that was.
That was a Republican congressman. I can't remember his name right now.
Yeah. But that was disgusting, and that just told the world
racist bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody who gets on a fucking airplane and wonders what color the pilot is.
Or gender.
Or what gender. Yeah, I don't know anybody that does that. Now all of a sudden it's in our vernacular. We're discussing. Oh well, if it's a black pilot, I don't know. How'd he get his school? Did they just pull him off the street? And, that's the shit that they insinuate because they're racist assholes, misogynistic assholes. Do
you Americans still watch a show called
Republican Party?
What would you do? Or what would you do? A show run by this gentleman that creates situations of bullying or racism or vets that can't pay for things and people are watching. Do you see that show now in America? Because I watched an episode of it 2 nights ago, and it reminded me of an America that I liked, I loved. And it was and I will post it because it goes for 9 minutes, guys, but it brought a tear to my eye. And it made me super emotional to see how people treated other people back. Well, this was filmed 5 years ago. And there was black people going to the counter who a black lady, she's pregnant, heavily pregnant, goes to the shop and she orders a sandwich or something, and she's $2 short, and that's all the money she's got, and she can't afford to pay. And who would step up and pay that $2 or whatever it may be? And there were so many white people that stepped up for this black lady. Then they reversed the role, and they had a white customer who was heavily pregnant, and there was a few black people in the diner, and those black people jumped up and all wanted to pay for this white lady's. It was like everyone looked after each other. They cared about each other. It was, and today
don't you wish that was
I wonder if the same thing would happen today. But it was so heartwarming when I seen this woman $2 short, and the guy behind the counter, who's an actor, he's saying, "Well, you can't come in here and order food, and you can't afford to pay for it." And
our whole society has changed since he came on the scene, Dave. How we treat each other, how we look at each other. Our friends, our neighbors. Case in point, I don't have those anymore. I got people live on my street. They're not friends and neighbors anymore. They used to be. I used to have a lot of family members. I used to go to family reunions. Haven't done that in 8 years. Yeah. This man has come in and disrupted not only our government, but the society we live in. And it has made enemies within families, within friends. So, how do we get back to that? Shit. That was a good question a few weeks ago. Now, fuck. Don't ask me. We got 4 more years of this shit. I don't know. I think impeachment inquiry has started. Good luck with that. Through a Republican Senate. Our first shot's going to be in 2 years, in the midterms. That's when we're really going to have to make the impact.
Right.
We've got to take the House back from the psycho bin.
Hey, John.
Yeah. Hello, Franklin. How are you doing?
Hey, Franklin.
Hey, Franklin.
I'm okay. Watching the world go to shit.
Yeah. Like a goddamn soap opera, ain't it, every day? What's he going to do today? Yeah. Well, today it was, what was it? Trans athletes today or yesterday?
Yesterday, that was trans.
Yesterday. Today he did something else. Oh, shit.
No, well, today he was probably drawing up plans of a new Mar-a-Lago in Gaza.
Either that or Israel.
I can't remember what he did today.
I know his staff is going back trying to clean up all that shit, trying to say what he didn't say, to say he didn't say what he said.
Jesse Waters on Fox said yesterday? He said all those Palestinians, you send them to Greenland.
Yeah, this has been one giant big shit show.
That's what it is, buddy.
Well, the problem
That's exactly what it is.
They're controlling the
But
media,
this time he knows what he's doing. And he has a Republican Party that's willing to go along with anything he wants to do. He has wealthy people ready to sit there and rake the coffers, baby. You know,
a quick, someone says that the vote was confirmed. That is correct. Party line vote for Russell vote.
For what?
For OMB. He's the guy who wants...
he's the guy that came up with Project 2025.
Yep.
And what's he been voted in?
You want to see what their plan is, go look at Project 2025.
He was nominated and confirmed for Office of Management and Budget.
Yeah.
Which
God Almighty.
There goes the shit show.
Yeah.
Where was it?
So here's his in running OMB vote will now have the power to implement his vision for the executive office of the White House that he laid out in chapter of the Heritage Foundation's Project 2025. He suggests prior to the election that Trump officials were drafting more executive orders.
Russell Vought.
Yeah.
I would love to see. I know that the American people have been out there marching, and I'm so grateful that it's actually happening. That the marches are happening. I'm so happy there's been no brown shirts or any Trump action to stop these marches. But once these marches get bigger, which I hope and sure they will, I wonder how long it takes Trump to release the brown shirts to stop and claim that you're being destructive and destroying things. And
that'll happen. Yeah, I see that happening, Dave. You're talking about when the opposition starts to get protests going. That he's going to send big ones happen. Yeah.
You know, Dave. Speaking of brown shirts and Nazis, you can stand up and be proud. Do you know what Australia did here just recently?
What?
Fill me in.
They made it illegal to do the Nazi salute.
Yep. Yeah, we did. We made that action an illegal action, meaning grab the chest, arm out straight, flat palmed, full on Nazi salute.
You're describing exactly what Elon Musk did.
Yes.
Beat the chest and throw that hand out there.
Not just here though. It will happen because New Zealand are like sisters to us. It will happen in New Zealand, I'm sure, and it will happen in a lot of countries. Missy Chick, I think it's a way of making a statement, I suppose.
I hope so. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
There should be no reason to make a law for it because of what we went through and everybody knew what it meant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We see it in TV in the way of entertainment. And he may be in form of education. This is what the Nazis used to do. This is their salute. In an action like that, most certainly. Demonstration, most certainly. But it's an ugly thing. What
don't look for it here in the United States.
When someone does that, I see someone that says, "Yeah, I believe in genocide. I accept genocide." And that's what it is. It's genocidal salute.
Covered by under the Second Amendment. Your not Second Amendment. Your
well,
First
you've
Amendment.
Got a freedom of speech over there.
Freedom of
but
speech.
You make
you
your
have
freedom
a right
of speech
to be an idiot if you want to be.
Yeah,
you have a right to be a Nazi if you want to be here, and we have them. We have them. You could be a Confederate. You know, I got that down my street. Party? Shit, I don't have to look far to see a Confederate flag around here.
But you did kick the Nazis out in 1939 because you had the big Nazi rallies.
Yeah. We had big rallies, Nazi rallies. We had big Klan rallies down the streets of Washington, D.C.
But they're working their way back, mate. They're working their way back.
If some people have their way, they'll have them again. You know, they haven't gone away.
When Trump's rallying, Trump's still rallying. The only person that rallied after they won power was
Hitler. You can expect Trump to be campaigning his rallies ain't going to stop. He thrives on the attention.
Attention.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, and Musk loves it too. I see him up there dancing like a fool, the world's richest man. He has no decorum whatsoever. He acts like a fucking teenager up there dancing around on the stage, flopping his fat gut out. You know, how dare he? He's dancing on American graves.
Who's that guy that fiddled while Rome burned?
You
know,
I tell you,
Calvary's
he'd
not
be the
coming
first
over.
one to move in. He'd be the first one to move into Gaza and live on that Riviera. He'd be the first one out there with his big yacht, right? And he'd say, "Fuck America, just give me the all money because I've got a backdoor into your systems now, and you can't do anything about it."
I have to believe. Shit. You know, I was fixing to say I have to believe that there's some decency left within the Republican Party that little fucking idea will die a miserable fucking death, our involvement in Gaza. But I'm not too sure in the Republican Party now. That's what I mean. It goes that deep. Are they willing to just let this man do anything he wants, anywhere he wants? You know, he's talking about boots on the ground. He's talking about taking Panama. He's talking about taking Gaza. Greenland, don't forget about Greenland. All that shit. Not to mention what he's doing internally to our own civic structure, our own government structure.
You have to rebuild it once you get back a decent government.
He's planning on doing the same thing to our democracy that they did to that Israel did to Gaza. Just burn the whole fucking thing down, make it to where nobody survives, and then rebuild it in whatever image you want. Tell me that's not what they're doing in Gaza. They pounded the shit out of it. Not to say that Israel didn't have a right to respond to the atrocity that happened to them, but this went way beyond that. There's damn near not an inch in Gaza now left standing that's habitable. And then to come in with this bullshit of we're just going to bulldoze it down and make a Riviera out of it. It spits in the face of the Palestinian people.
How dare he?
And there's going to be a price to pay for that.
Well, I mean, that is an old real estate trick that they do. I mean, they do that they're doing that in San Francisco too, where they let certain areas get run down, and then they buy it off dirt cheap, and then they, boot off all.
What they did in New Orleans after the hurricane.
Yep. They
sweep in and there's somebody always there to sweep up the real estate. Oh, by the way,
and they're doing it in Detroit of all places. In Detroit, because Detroit is going to be, Detroit's a lovely town, and let me tell you, there's so much land there that corporations have moved out of that could be redeveloped. You and I can't afford to do that shit, but someone like Elon Musk could do that, and then he's got high rents, and that's the start of another problem, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's not going to be for home ownership, I'll tell you that. Hey, let me catch up real quick. The dangerous one came in with $2, said, make big noise, scream, be loud and proud, and I think it says fuck Trump, but he said tuck Trump. I think he's going to just, anyway. Keith Thompson, that Marine came in with $2, said Republicans equals money, not people. Indeed. And D. McMahon came in with $2 and said, vote was confirmed. Yes, he was. We were just talking about that. And Alan Roberts came in with $5 Canadian, said Blonde Bimbo Bondi plans to charge private and public companies criminally to stop DEI. Yes, they will. And on a side note, like I said the other day, stocks in private prisons is all of a sudden skyrocketing. Mega Wet Willie came in with $10, said bringing brown shirts are already starting by gutting the military command and removing officers who follow the Constitution and replacing them with mindless lackeys. I worry about that, Mega Wet Willie. I put a lot of faith in our military, and I got to believe somebody's going to pay attention to that oath. And Dumpster Diving Dragon came in with $2 and said, hiya, howdies, love always, and kiss Jenny for me. I will indeed. Thank you for throwing the donkey in. I appreciate that tremendously.
Not only is prison stock going up, but they also made a deal with El Salvador.
Yeah.
They are very unclear what criminals they are sending to them. So they don't, it's not clear whether they are sending like people who are already in prison or whether they are going to be new people that are there, rounded up.
And I believe there are going to be plenty of both.
Yep.
I think someone like, sorry, go on. I thought you finished, sorry.
No, there's an internal memo by our good friend Stephen Miller told ICE to do not wear your identification, no name, and come as camouflaged agents in tactical gear. And that was caught on CNN, rounding up people, and they're in camouflaged tactical gear with no name tags.
No insignia.
Does that make you feel good?
Nope.
Make you feel safe?
So you don't know where they come from or who they are. Do they have to have a warrant? Do they have to show you a warrant or some ID?
They're supposed to.
By law.
Yep.
Well, by law, they're supposed
to. The other day,
again, they don't got to pay attention to the law.
One congressman the other day in Congress said we need to speak to Elon Musk, words along those lines. In other words, I agree, because why isn't Elon Musk, with all this shit he's doing, he should appear up before Congress. He shouldn't be just out there doing it. He should have fronted Congress with his battle plan or whatever it may be. He's just, Congress has lost control of the purse.
Well, that's because the Republicans are letting them do it.
Well, Congress could, Congress would say, come in, Mr. Musk. Can't they, they do, not subpoena him, but can't they just call him in and say, we need to chat with you?
Well, the Democrats want to do that, but the Republicans don't want to do that.
Okay, so he's been asked to come in, and he's basically saying, no, I'll do it.
Well, yeah, the Democrats have literally asked the Chairman Comer, they want to bring in Elon Musk, and Comer basically told them they're out of line.
Yep. It was a one-person vote. They can't subpoena Musk, and basically the idea is that the line from the White House is he will police himself.
Yeah. That if he sees where there's a conflict of interest, that he will excuse himself. Anybody believe that shit?
No.
Yeah, I'll believe that when my shit turns purple and I shit out rainbow sherbet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Special counsels, when they came to Trump, that was wrong. Special counsels were illegal. These people were evil. That it's unconstitutional. That all the evidence he's got against Trump is no good because he's a special counsel. What is Musk? What is fucking
he's
Musk?
a special government employee. I can't get over those fucking words itself. special government employee. Either you are a government employee, and if you are, then you're bound by the law in your actions. And he's not doing that. Huh?
What's his wage? What's his wages?
You don't have to get a wage to be a special government employee.
No.
I guess you don't have to have anything. Not even a background check.
How much ever you can dump into the back of the semi truck from the Treasury Department.
We all know Donald Trump is going to give him carte blanche to anything he wants.
Yep.
You know,
well, the amount of people that are out there running around.
Flat out said they're gonna. When Trump says one ridiculous thing, he's gonna say like 2 or 3 of them right in a row, so that the Democrats can get all confused and shit on what to attack and what not to attack.
Yeah. Hey, let's don't be rude. Let's welcome Ardessa into the room.
Let me finish this. How can you give someone security clearance if there's no fucking security? Meaning, if there's no FBI, if there's no CIA, how do you get security clearances?
Oh, Trump has a magic wand for that, Dave.
Yeah, don't worry about it, Dave. If Trump says it's okay, you know it's good to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah.
Okay.
Things are different now, Dave. Hello, Ardessa.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing fine,
Hello,
dear. And
Ardessa.
how about you?
Oh, I'm still alive. I'm not sure how, but I am.
Well, yeah, that's the best we can say for all of us right now. We're still here.
Yep.
You know, facing another day of uncertainty. The suspense is like a, thriller movie every day to see what's going to happen.
At the end of the day, you go, okay, I survived another one.
Yeah. We made it through another day, but just, how long can America keep that up? Because it's under assault completely on a lot of different sides right now.
Yep.
This, the very fiber of this nation is being tested. And are we going to be able to withstand the attack from the inside? Because what was it? Nikita Khrushchev was right. I think it was him or one of them Russians that said they won't destroy America from outside. They will destroy it from within. Yeah, well, Vladimir Putin made that one come true.
Kind of believing it's possible now.
Yeah. What do we need a CIA and all that stuff for anyway? Any information Russia wants, I'm sure Donnie will just hand it right over.
Oh, yeah. And nobody.
All he has to do is call on the secret hotline.
What's that, Miss Chick?
He said all Putin has to do is call on the secret hotline.
Yeah, the secret hotline. I'm sure he could get all the information he wants. I don't trust him as far as I can spit when it comes to Russia.
I think it'll actually come through that golden beeper that Netanyahu gave.
Yeah, Netanyahu gave a golden beeper. Are you shitting me?
What's that?
It was
he probably has a listening device into it. He's probably going to keep it on his belt all the time. I don't know.
It was a gift.
It was a gift from Netanyahu to Trump.
Yep.
A golden beeper.
Yep.
Oh my God, that's serious. Oh my God, that's terrible.
Well, I like the reporter that asked Trump,
dog, I think you're right. We're fucked,
move
buddy.
all these people out, who's going to live there? And he says, just world people. People of the world will live there. He wouldn't say who's going to live there. He couldn't say. But I don't think. I hopefully don't think it's going to happen. I hopefully think the Arabs will step in and rebuild the place.
Yeah, can we just take a lot of them and send them to Russia?
Russia,
the whole Republicans. I got a shirt that says "Keep the immigrants and deport the Republicans." That's how I feel nowadays. Don't like this country the way it's run? Get the hell out. Isn't that what they say? You don't love it, leave it.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That all the time.
Don't try to destroy it.
Wasn't it? You're calling it beepers. Are they pagers?
Yeah. Pager.
Aren't they the things that blew up?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
You're right, Miss Chick. Those are the things that were blowing up.
Yeah.
Maybe Donnie ought to rethink about putting that on his hip. Hey, let me send out a couple of thank yous. Lady Freedom Rocks came in with $2 to say, and I love this, come on, Big Macs, do your thing. There you go. And Lena P came in with $10 and said it's time for us to get gritty. And Blue Dot Greeter came in with $2. And just to be able to
I just need you to shut the
hear the
fuck
song.
up, 'cause
Just
nobody
shut the
asked
fuck up,
you,
Donnie.
bitch. I need you to shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the
Sticking
fuck
your
up,
nose into
bitch.
everything.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up.
That's all
Shut the
we want
fuck
to do
up.
right
Bow,
now.
bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow,
Oh,
shut the
Mark.
fuck up. Shut the fuck
Good
up.
margarita,
Bow,
by the way.
bow.
That's a wonderful song.
I rather enjoy that song.
So do I. And
Puts
you
a,
can
puts,
dance to it
puts a
too.
tap in my foot.
Yep.
Franklin,
You know,
you with us? Oh, that's right.
you know, the problem here is we have a man, a individual that I watched a doco, and it was about the troops in the field and on the water, the Coast Guard and the Navy, how that Starlink has made their job so much easier, and they can be anywhere and get tactical information.
Don't think it doesn't make me
He
worried that
controls
Elon Musk is in charge.
battle-
That's his company.
Yes.
Starlink. He can
Controls
turn
the
that shit on
battlefield.
or off wherever he fucking wants to. That's
Wow.
yeah.
Too much power.
That's a lot of power right there. That's a lot of power, and it can be used very selectively. And he's already
That's
done that.
various
He shut it
ways.
off over Ukraine for a while. What the fuck was that, Elon? Yeah, he's not big on democracy either. Let me thank Gregory Brown, who came in with a $20 donation and said, I wouldn't trust that beeper. Also, did I hear something about Venezuela invading Puerto Rico or some such shit? I hope the fuck not, Gregory. I hope the fuck not. Puerto Rico,
crazy.
that's like, talk about your 51st state. Puerto Rico's first top on the list. Been waiting around a long time for that one.
Yeah.
So, it's an American territory. That would be a big fuck up by Venezuela. But Donnie would just say, it's okay. It'll be fine.
Well, everybody's got to dip their toe into that. Well, why don't we just invade this place?
Well,
or that place?
you know, if Donnie's talking about taking property, why not everybody else?
Right.
I can't believe he does that. I swear,
It's kind of like musical chairs. Let's all just change things up.
I keep thinking he does it just to make sound, just to make the news go nuts and all that shit. But the problem is, other people start talking about it. You know, it's just like with the Greenland comment where we ought to take Greenland. All of a sudden, next thing on news, you start seeing analogies of how would that look? Well, let's go to the map and see how we do this. Fuck you. Why are you even entertaining that shit? Same way with the Panama Canal.
It is just that, John. It's a huge distraction. It
It
gets the
is a
whole
huge
world
distraction. It's
stirred
to
up.
make everybody get so upset and pounding. How can you do this while they keep up shit in the background?
He's sitting at the Resolute desk and he's signing 70 executive orders a day. You know,
Holding every one of them up like he's proud he wrote with his crayon.
He's running the government by executive order and nothing else. There's no goes through the Congress or goes through Senate and
He's trying to negate Congress.
And
that's used for a House or a Senate anymore. It's the glorious leader will,
They're just there for his amusement at this point. Yeah.
What irks me and is a free topic in foreign countries on TV is what it costs. They say anyone can be president of the United States. If you go up to school and be educated and all that, you can be the president of the United States. Bullshit. Because today it costs about $800 million to become president. With your campaign and all that
Oh,
stuff.
yeah. You're not getting to the White House without serious money.
What could
without
that
serious
do?
change.
What could that do for the struggling American? $800 million.
And where does all that money actually go?
That will come from.
I mean, who makes their living off of all of that money that gets used on elections?
No, not me.
Yeah.
Somebody does. It goes somewhere. I mean, it goes into media. We know that. It goes into paper media. It goes into TV media.
Bribes.
It goes into
Bribes.
politicians'
Yeah,
I'm
pockets.
thinking a lot of it's bribes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of it I'm thinking is bribes. Boy, howdy shit.
But no one, not the average man, the good man with a good heart, is going to be hard to become president because the backers won't back a good man with a good heart. They want to back a patsy.
You know,
that
we
will do
all
what
want
they
that
want.
Mr. Smith goes to Washington.
Exactly.
We all want that to stand, somebody stand up in the well of Congress and give it a passionate speech that arouses patriotism. We all come together and sing Kumbaya. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what we
Yeah.
need.
We could see that on TV now in old movies.
But it used
It's
to
going to
happen in
take.
America.
I don't know how long it's going to take us to get back to that point. To chase this disease, this scum, back out of our body politic.
This
Yep.
is worse than COVID. This is worse than COVID.
Yes, it's worse than COVID.
Definitely.
Yeah, this is the
Most
plague.
definitely.
This is a disease that just it goes to the basic morality of man.
You need
I
need
look
to make
at
laws
the
where
Republican Party now as in disgust with what they've tried to do.
you need
Yeah.
to make laws, John. They need to have laws where you can cut this bullshit out and make an honest man get into the White House or help an honest man by saying, right, you can only campaign if the elections in November. You can start campaigning
Dave,
in
that would
June,
take an act
July,
of Congress
August.
to get the acts of Congress back out of Congress. You know, like the one that allows that those corporations or people to damn it.
Citizens
What act is
United.
that? Citizens United.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Citizens United, where corporations are people too, and you know they fly the friendly fly airs of Citizens
Right,
United. Yeah. They
You know-
they have only so many seats on that plane, and corporations pack them just the way they want them. You know,
But Trump got in with a great. See, he was originally, well, he's still a patsy for the 2025 people. But they, as I said, they only need a good patsy. Well, they got it in Trump. But see, what got Trump the presidency was lots of money, lots of lying, a great big propaganda team, destroying the voter confidence, making it harder to vote, voter suppression, and then fear. He's in the White House.
And I'd also add voter apathy. People, I mean, if you
People
wait,
stayed home, yeah.
yeah, well, and if you have to wait until after the election to figure out what a tariff is, then I mean,
Yeah.
and you're not doing your own homework on what
yeah,
the basic, then
basic
that's-
civics.
Yep.
You know, yeah, we've lost a lot of that in this country too. You know, we live in a different age. A lot of us are older. You know, I'm an old man now. I'm 72 freaking years old. It's the life that we lived that has brought us where we are. But it's a different life. Just the onset of the internet itself changed everything.
Yes, it
Now
did.
everybody carries everything on their phone. You know, communication,
Social media,
information. Huh?
The poisoning of social media with
to a degree it
bullshit
is, but
information.
it's how you use it. You know, if you want to find bullshit, you can
controls
find
it, though?
plenty of bullshit. But if you want the truth, you can find that too. It's just where you look. But a lot of us remember. You know, most of us remember the whole damn thing of the '60s and equal rights marches and civil rights marches, all that we went through.
Make love,
you know,
not war.
yeah, yeah, make love out. And then we went to work. Then we became corporate America. We became a house with a mortgage, a car with a payment. You know, it's disheartening sometimes, but you know,
Different America.
but we have to adjust, and we have to. I don't know, encourage those that come behind us to pay attention, to be involved, to be knowledgeable. And we saw a great influx come in after major school shootings, where the youth got more involved. But it's sad that it takes something like that. But I'm in its own way, this administration of Trump's is going to do sort of like a shooting. It's going to be a shock to this nation. It is already how much he's trying to do. It's a shock to the system when they say, well, we're going to get rid of all of the CIA, all the FBI, we're going to get rid of all. What? Really? How come you've told me all these years that those were so important to our security? Anyway.
Back to blue.
Back to blue. Let me thank Lincoln, who came in and with $2 and said, how is Ardessa doing? Ardessa, how are you doing?
I'm trying to hang in there. I finally got my husband's phone fixed.
I was fixing to ask, how is your husband?
Yeah, he's kind
still
of not really. Doesn't live in our reality.
Yeah, y'all are still living in separate facilities?
Yes.
Yeah. Darling, my heart just goes out to you. That's got to be very difficult.
He doesn't realize it, but in his mind, we're living in a better place than we actually are.
Well.
So at least he's happy.
Small. Yeah. Well, you have to take that into account too.
Yeah.
Difficult times, and so you have to find that wherever you can.
Yeah.
So it's good that he's found that. But
yeah. And I can talk to him now again on the phone. So that's
there you go.
A long time since do that.
It's a heartbreaking story what y'all are going through, and it really is. For those that don't know, both Ardessa and her husband have issues, and they're both in nursing homes, and not the same nursing home. So it's
why? Why?
Physical problems.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's bedridden, and he also has dementia.
And you're in assisted living, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Australia, if you're a husband and wife and you both need to go into a home, you always go in the same home.
Yeah, well,
it's the policy we have here.
That's in Australia, Dave. It just,
Well, they try to do that, but it doesn't always work out.
Yeah.
It does work. Yeah, it does work, but you just don't know how to do it. It's like.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you're making the best of it and being able to talk to him on the phone.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm continuing to try to get us in the same place.
Yeah.
I'll keep working on it and talking to people.
Good luck.
Eventually, I'll talk to the right people. They'll make it happen.
Okay. Well, let me catch up some more. Harvey W. came in with $5, said Mexico says the best way to avoid rapists and criminals is not to elect them president. Oh,
I love that.
Touche, Harvey. That's a good one. I love it. Alan Roberts came in with $2 Canadian and said John Stewart for president. I'd go with that guy right now. And Wee came in with $20 and said, please lift up us federal employees. We are stressed and don't know if we're going to have jobs. That's a hell 2 million. 2 million government employees. That's who he wants to get rid of all of. So that's 2 million families.
Well, that's big.
Huh? Yes. That's an immense impact
is that in
to our society.
Is that only in Washington, John?
No, that's across the country.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 million employees are threatened right now. And we is concerned. If I was still a government employee, I would be too. I'm a retired federal employee.
Like every couple of days, he sends a new notice to a new group.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, so you're in limbo. You don't know if you're going to get a paycheck. You don't get a paycheck, can't pay the rent, can't pay the electric bill. The hell with the groceries. You ain't going to have a car.
Well,
life.
Unfortunately, in Australia, we're hearing that thousands of people are signing those.
Well, here's the thing, though, Dave, because like John said, there's 2 million of the federal workers, but in any point in time, there's a certain percentage that are getting close to retirement. I think
Right.
those are the ones that are going ahead and signing those papers because they were close to leaving
Probably
anyway.
because they're scared to death. They might as well get out now before he starts firing everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of them that are close to retirement will probably take it. The federal employees health, the unions are encouraging them not to because they don't trust him.
This gives them 7 months of a wage for 7 months, and they don't have to come to work. And after 7 months, it's all cut off, done and dusted. You're no longer an employee, and you have no more income. Is that right?
So say
technically,
you've been working for the government for 20 years, and all of a sudden you're going to get 7 months severance pay and out the door.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that
Except
don't
you still
float.
get. What are
It don't float.
entitlements? In 20 years, you got some entitlements after 20 years, haven't you?
Social
Well,
Security would be what you're
and that's
calling.
all. and
Yeah,
that's all
Social
gonna
Security.
But
Yep,
some of
that's
those
all good.
people had other things in place that might not, if they signed that paper, be there.
Superannuation.
And the offer is only as good as Donnie's word right now. There's nothing that's
Which
been
is
agreed
not
to.
worth-
Congress has not agreed to
Which
anything.
basically,
You're taking Donnie's
more or
word.
less, it's more like an art of the deal.
Yeah,
It's more like
Yeah,
used toilet
it's
paper
the
is what
same.
it is.
yeah. Sign
And
the contract now, and then later on take me to court and try to enforce it.
Think of all
'Cause
the
he'll tie you
workers
up in court.
that has basically sued Donald Trump to get paid by him because he refused to pay any of his workers.
And they still didn't.
Oh,
get paid.
damn near every contract that ever worked for the man had to take him to court. That's how come I
Yeah.
don't understand how
And
these
some of them
idiots
didn't
hold
even
him
get
up as
paid
a
it.
great businessman. He's a con man. He's a thief.
Yep.
He's the place. You know, it's amazing. Anyway, let me thank Keith Thompson. That Marine came back with $5, said, per my oath, I will protect my nation from foreign and domestic. Now I see it's domestic. That's the oath, Keith, from all enemies, foreign and domestic.
All right.
And I'm
Russia's still
counting
involved.
on that oath
Russia's still there.
to be upheld by a lot of people at high ranks. Joyful Saturn came back with another $5, said Trump said Tommy Tuberville, Tommy Tubershit, coached Mahomes at Texas Tech. Patrick said he never heard of Tommy Tuberville, by the way. Go Chiefs. Oh, Lord, got Go Chiefs in there.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, Tommy
He's out there
Tubershit.
claiming
Talk
that-
about a guy who
He's out
should
there
not be
claiming.
Man, that guy's just a moron.
What did he say? He said he recruited him. He recruited him and was involved in his training, and he had nothing to fucking do with him.
Oh, wait. I almost missed. Jake Sellers came in with $10 and said, hope you're safe from the floods in your area, Dave. So he's talking about the floods down in Australia.
Yeah, nowhere near me. Nowhere
near you. Good deal. Because Jake Sellers
Nowhere
came back
near
with another $5. Said, can kangaroos swim, Dave? I believe.
They only up to their chest. They do drown. They cannot like swim in deep water. They'll go on water, but no, they can't swim across the big river or anything like that. They drown.
See, now you know.
They got no front arms. They haven't got any front arms, so they can't. They've only got.
That's what I was kept thinking. When I was thinking, did they swim? All of a sudden, I'm
dinosaur.
going through my mind with them little front
Yeah, they're
legs.
kind of like a little dinosaur arms.
Like a T-Rex or something.
T-Rex.
I can't see them swimming either.
Yeah.
So
It's not the T-Rex. It's the T-Rex male that's got the porn book, and he gets the cream out
What?
and the tissues, and he can't
What?
reach.
What,
his
Dave?
dick.
No, Dave.
Dave.
Oh,
Yes, guys.
Woo!
That's an image you got to keep in your head. A T-Rex with the cream and the tissues and the
no.
porn book.
No.
The
No,
rest I won't
no.
say.
And as for the
That was a
federal
good idea
workers,
to have a
remember,
margarita.
Well, I could call Donald Trump a
worked out well.
T-Rex. Donald Trump's a T-Rex. Just a
Anyway.
dinosaur.
That's right, Lisa.
Yeah.
Their arms are just too short. Can't
Yeah.
do anything.
They can
Can't
blow
reach
their
it.
nose.
Can't even blow their nose.
They can't even write.
No. So no toilet tissue there.
You know these executive orders. The executive orders he's been signing. He's not even reading them. You see him signing them just
No.
willy nilly, not reading them.
There's this one shot that stays in my mind, and it was only a split second that I saw this image, and I still don't quite believe I saw it, but he went down to sign one of them.
Yeah.
And I swear, before the pen hit the paper, I could see a faint outline of his signature, like a very dull, like follow the line. You know, like it's already his signature.
Like connect the dots.
Yeah.
Exactly.
wow.
Yes.
Yeah, now I don't know what, it was like it was shaded, just a shaded image of his signature. And
What are you suggesting, John? What are you
I'm suggesting that he can't sign his own name unless it's already written down there for him to just follow the dots. That's what I'm suggesting, because I swear I saw it, and ever since then I'm trying to get an angle on one of those documents, one of the things that he's signing, to see if there's something there that you wouldn't think so. I mean, it's his signature.
But
I swear I saw it. It was like a shadow of his signature before he signed it.
Well, I wouldn't doubt it.
I
wouldn't doubt it, because I've seen all his kind of, look at this, what I've done. And if you look at his signature,
do anything right.
Yeah, it's questionable.
But he does wear glasses. Wow. He does wear glasses, but he doesn't wear them in public. But he does wear glasses, and in public he wears contact lenses. I actually think he doesn't like the contact lenses, and you're probably right. He can't see where he's got a sign unless he's got a guide, because he's fucking blind as a bat, probably.
I'm gonna...
But I'm happy to see judges. I'm happy to see judges standing up for democracy.
They're gonna put a hold on most. And that throws it into the courts, and then we have to go through the system, and we have to have a little faith in the system, which is hard to do considering the Supreme Court we have. Because all cases,
are in any of your areas, your districts, if you know who they are, if you know their addresses, send them a thank you letter. Easy peasy.
There you go. Doesn't all have to be.
Thank you for doing your job.
Thank you for doing your job. Hey, let me thank Hudson Kerr, who came in with $100 donation. Thank you, Hudson, and said, "We are in grave danger. We must not succumb to fatigue and complacency. That's the initial step and goal of fascism. We must remain vigilant, ready to act and mobilize. The future literally depends upon us, what we choose to do or not." This is all Orwellian 1984 shit. It is. Yep. He couldn't be more right. Democracy is the voice of the people. That's it. That's what democracy is. When we say the very core premise of our country is under attack, and they're doing it not only on a grand scale but in the background, state by state, trying to attack voter rolls or voter registration, trying to make it harder for people to vote. They're trying to control the game, baby. And it's only our voice and our actions that are going to stand up to this shit. I mentioned the other day in my rant, I was disappointed in myself. They had a protest in Austin. That's about 3.5 hour drive from me. I could have made that, and I didn't. So I'm going to have to look inward myself, and I'm going to try to find ways to get more active, more in their face, because that's the only thing I can think of. But everything we do,
just more Doge. 23-year-old SpaceX intern was allowed into the Department of Energy by Secretary Chris Wright, and which includes National Nuclear Security Administration and Safety Administration. He was allowed in even over General Counsel's objections.
My God. A 23-year-old.
There's a lot on the line.
Yep.
Every
23-year-old.
No security clearances. He's
most
got
most of
that
most guys
information.
are young, probably boy geniuses or something.
Sorry,
I
it's
don't
all
know.
They are
aimed to
hackers.
them.
They're hackers.
Yep, they are.
They are.
They're
Yeah.
just hackers.
Boy, howdy shit. That's what I mean. We're in for a long haul. Anyway, I guess we ought to shut it down for the evening. Boy, howdy shit. We could keep on for hours. We could keep up all night because that's how
Well,
much
we can do
shit's
that on
coming.
another day.
We could do that
To
on
be
another
continued.
day. That's it. To be continued. Franklin,
Yes, John.
thank you for coming in, brother. Enjoyed the conversation.
No problem.
Enjoy. Come back.
Glad
be
to
here.
be here and talk to you and everybody else. And also, I want to say one last thing.
What's that?
I think I know who I am going to pick as president if this person runs.
You want to give us
We do.
a heads up?
Jasmine Crockett.
Jasmine Crockett?
Oh,
There
yeah.
you go.
She's a firecracker.
I like
She
the
is.
name.
She
I
is.
like her.
She uses
I'm
her
not
voice.
for
I mean,
Jamie
she ain't
Ratcliffe.
afraid either.
Smart. She stands
Well,
her
Jamie
ground.
Ratcliffe.
That if she decides to run, I will vote for her.
Outstanding. Well, there's a long time
I
before
second
election,
that.
but keep it.
But anyways, John, Blue Dot
Franklin.
family, love you. Have a good night and be safe.
You bet. You too.
You too,
You too,
Franklin.
bud.
Good night, Franklin.
Good night.
Good night.
All right,
Franklin.
bye.
And there you go. And let me see. Jess,
Hey, John.
thank you, brother.
Always-
Thank you.
Thank
Always
you.
bring something to the table.
You too. I appreciate everybody. I mean, it's my highlight of the day. Always.
Ah, you
Hey.
need a better day.
I know.
What time of day is it there, Jess?
It is nearly. Oh boy, early, like 3. So
Before breakfast.
3 in the morning?
yeah.
Franklin, where are
Yeah.
you? I mean, Jess, where are you? Remind me where you are.
Alaska.
Sweden.
Ah, outstanding. I did not know. Glad to have you in here.
Yeah, same
Anyway,
here,
Jess,
John. Have a
we
good night,
appreciate
everybody.
your voice, brother.
Thank you.
Good
Appreciate
night.
yours, John.
All right.
Night,
Good
everybody.
night, sweet.
Good night. And Dave,
That's me.
I always appreciate you, Dave. You know that.
Oh,
Always bring
I
something
had
to the
had
table.
fun.
That's
Thank
always
you.
enjoyable.
I had fun. Yeah, it's just a big worry now. That's like as we said it before, and I'll say it again. We the world are watching one of our parents
Yeah.
die from dementia, and there's nothing we can do about it.
Damn. Is that what we're looking like, Dave?
And that
Shit.
the other one is the toddler running around with a loaded magnum.
Damn,
and
we're
you're tied to the chair, and you can't do anything about
we're trying, Dave. We're not giving up, brother.
Not your
We got a long
fault.
fight in
It's
front of
not
us.
your
We ain't
fault.
even.
It's not
In the
your
words
fault,
of a great
John.
Davy Gann, maybe, man, we haven't yet begun to fight. So,
Yes, but don't American people. It's not your fault. You were conned by a very clever man and a very rich man that had access to everything, that had the tools to make the perfect recipe for the best propaganda, and you were conned. It's not your fault.
just come to your senses. That's all we want you to do.
MAGA,
come to your senses.
come back from the
Yeah.
dark side.
Yeah. Turn away from the dark side. Anyway, Dave, take care of yourself, brother.
Good night, mate. Good night,
Good
Mr.
night,
Chick.
buddy.
Good night, Dave.
In Ardessa,
Yes.
darling, I'm glad you come by and stop by. I hope things, continue to get a little bit better.
I did
For
have
both
one
of
good
you.
thing happen. The VA got a hold of they gave me a brand new wheelchair that was
Oh.
fitted to me.
Excellent.
And it's
Outstanding.
purple, my color. I got to choose it.
Oh,
And it has an Air Force patch on the back of it.
well, there you go.
So
Well, at
they
least
know
provide a little
look
more
and see
comfort and mobility.
You be styling now.
Yeah,
the Air Force
rocking
patch is
it.
wonderful. Yeah, they know it's my chair. It's purple and it's got Air Force on it.
That's it. There you go, baby. There you go.
That's
That was
Lori's
my wife's favorite color was purple. Everything was purple.
Mine too.
Anyway, Ardessa, thank you, baby. Much love to you. You take care of yourself.
I'll keep hanging in there.
And do the best you can, baby. And miss you, chick.
And John.
Oh, Lordy.
I know. These days
That's
just
all right.
get
Mine's
really
ending
long.
with a margarita. And I have a sneaky suspicion there's another one in my future.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably still in the blender, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting all, like, diluted because the ice melted.
It's been a while since I had a margarita.
Yeah, since maybe North Carolina?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. And possibly I'll be sharing one with them this evening.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Anybody?
Excellent.
Anyway, you got anybody you want to call out?
I do want to call some people out here. I want to call out everybody that's going to do all that homework I gave them, right? Okay.
That's right.
So, but besides that, there are some people that did some things. We had some people share some shit.
They shared shit. They're
They did
shit
share.
sharers.
They are.
Who are these
lovely
shit
shit sharers? And our family is growing both on Facebook and YouTube, and I don't do any of the other stuff, so I don't know about the
And
other
it's growing up on TikTok also. And on Threads. Yeah. The family is getting bigger. It's growing every damn day. So, yeah. Welcome to all
So
our
some of these are new
family.
family members that are at least new shit sharers that I hadn't seen before. There was Harvest T from Texas, Sean P from Wisconsin, Rubia A from North Carolina, Timothy H from Florida, Laura S from New York, and Elaine Dean from my own state, Michigan.
Outstanding. They're all shit sharers, and we appreciate the shit out of shit sharers.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. We thank everybody who shares this, but not only just for our numbers, but if you're sharing this, you're sharing the fight, and that's what I want you to do, baby. Whether it's this show, other shows, it doesn't matter. Be in the fight. Be motivated. Find that person that motivates you, and because it's going to be a long fight, and it's not going to be an easy one. So be prepared for that shit. Anyway, Miss Chick, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too.
Oh, well,
I think we all do.
Mutual Appreciation Society.
Yes, we
I think we all appreciate everybody else. I want to thank everybody in that chat. It's one of the highlights. I do not get to catch all of that chat. It flies by quite rapidly, but I see the conversations that go on in that chat. In between our blue dots, and I want you to know that is as important as anybody's voice on this show and in this movement. It's that kind of connection that's going to make all this work. So I want to say thank you to everybody in our chat that keeps that going. Anyway, outside of that, today's Thursday, so mañana is Beer and Bud Friday, and I'll try to have something out and throw my 2 cents in. I'm sure it won't be hard to find something to talk about. Outside of that, we will be back here Sunday for another Blue Dot family meeting. So until then, take care. Keep your your head in the news, but take a little time to smell the roses and try to put a smile on your face sometime during the day and pass that shit on to somebody else. Anyway, y'all say goodnight.